Hello and welcome to this video. I'm Arena Pinchao and today I'm going to share with you my personal experience in my practicum and I will show you the material that I adapted to my last class. So I'm working with Inglés Nacional or National English with two different courses. The first is English Beginner, that is the lower level in English, and the other is English 3, that is B1 level. Practicum, of course, allows me improve in my teaching skills. For example, at the moment that I have to choose the materials for my online classes, because I know that the online environments are completely different than presential environments. So for these cases, I have to choose an interesting presentation, interesting games or videos or image to foment the participation with my students and keep the motivation because I cannot see them. So the material that I choose is fundamental because it's the part that they are seeing all the time. On the other hand, I learned that we have to be really adapted, especially for the problems that the students face, maybe with the internet or maybe with the use of the tools. And for that reason, we have to adapt each material that we use. For that reason, I will show you how I adapt the materials for my last class with English beginner. So firstly, I chose a canvas with relationship with the topic that was countries and nationalities about the origin using the verb to be. So at the beginning, I added the welcome, the objective, and the question to introduce the topic. Let's listen a student's answer.
I like Brazil because of say samba.
Then I presented the topic by selecting only a few countries, only 10, from the presentation and asking to my students if they know a person from that country or maybe an interesting fact about it. So when
Igualmente un cantante, Roberto Carlos.
what is the nationality of that person? ¿Cuál sería entonces la nacionalidad?
Brazilian?
Brasil.
Perfect. So if a person born in Brazil is Brazilian. Perfect. For the presentation, I also added extra material for them that I share in the chat. Well, for the guide practice, I used two tools. The first was a worksheet that I adapted by selecting only some exercise according to the level of my students, of course, and with the addition of some images to illustrate them. And the second was a game in Wordwall where they had to read and listen carefully to select the correct answer. She is Italian.
True. True.
True.
True. For communicative practice, I adapted a passport in order that my students could practice their writing, taking into account, of course, the level and vocabulary that we have learned in previous classes, adding the topic of this class, and then sharing the information, reading and listening the different answers. For that reason, I implement this activity in Google Slides because with this tool, the students can easily edit and interact with the information among them. And for the last part, I implemented a game for the assessment using Waygrounds tool. Well, as a final reflection, I can say that this experience has contributed greatly to my practice as a teacher since it has allowed me interact with online environments. So I believe that it will be more common that we think in the future. So that is all for this video. Thank you so much for listening my reflection and for watch how I adapt my material for one of my class. So that is all, and see you the next time.